Your focus has been stolen from you, and with this video, you will be equipped to reclaim it. There is a war on attention, and the only ones losing are us, the consumers. We exchange our focus and our time for small, insignificant dopamine hits that only further destroys us. So, is focus all that important? Focus is the link to all sorts of decision-making, problem-solving, reasoning, learning, memory, and perception needs. If you're unable to focus well, it will negatively impact your ability to think. So in this video, I will explain how our lost focus harms us, what steals our focus, and how to take our focus back. So let's do exactly that. When we lose focus, we also severely decrease our productivity. Research shows that it takes an average of 23 minutes to regain focus after a distraction. And focus is crucial in obtaining new information, because only through focus can you comprehend new information, learn new skills, and build genuine relationships. A lack of focus also decreases the results that you can produce. This because we make more mistakes, we forget things, we lack motivation, and we struggle with decision making and drawing conclusions. In the ages between 16 and 64, we generally spend about 151 minutes, or about 2.5 hours a day on social media. And although I don't have any studies for a younger demographic, I'm certain that with a 14 to 26-year-old demographic, for example, the result would be way different. Porn is considered by experts to be an addiction, like drugs, gambling, and alcohol. This because the reward system plays the same. Research also suggests that excessive porn consumption may impact memory and mental clarity. A study comparing porn-addicted teenagers to non-addicted individuals found a reduction in verbal memory in the addicted group. Prolonged exposure to explicit content can impair cognitive function and contribute to difficulties in concentration and focus. And then internet use in general, as well as pornography consumption, is also found to harm the ability to deeply think and retain information. So with all this in mind, how do we take back our focus? The first thing I recommend is something that I discovered recently, which is using apps to restrict your social media time. I'm using an app called OneSec, and it has been incredible for me. It basically gives you time to rethink your decision when opening a desired app, such as Instagram or TikTok or whatnot. And then at least I usually find myself closing the app afterwards, because I've realized that it is just a habit for me to go in there. So that app has been great for me. Water is one of those things that we all know that we need to survive. Not all of us know how much of an impact it actually has on our daily lives. 85% of our brain is water. And since the brain cannot store water and you're constantly losing water through perspiration and other body functions, it's essential that you continuously hydrate. You'll be able to think faster, focus more clearly, and experience greater clarity when your brain is functioning on a full reserve of water. So how much should we actually drink? Now, I mean, this depends on person to person, but for me personally, I use an app called Waterful, which has been great for me. I use it to register the different fluids that I've been consuming throughout the day. So you can register coffee, sodas, water, all these kinds of things. And it's been a fun way to get to my goal. But the general consensus is about 3.7 liters for men per day and about 2.7 liters of fluids a day for women. Now, because I'm a bigger individual, I'm 190 centimeters tall and I weigh about 120 kilos. My daily intake is about 4.6 liters of water a day, so it's a lot. So I'm using this specific water bottle and it's been great for me. This plus the fact that I don't like pure water, like normal water taste. So I'm adding something in Norwegian, we call it soft, but it's a concentrate of sorts that you add to water to give it a certain taste. If you don't have anything like that, then you can also add things like lemon or any citrusy thing and it will taste way better. And then the thing that has done the most for me for focus by far is sleep. Getting enough sleep every single day is, you hear it everywhere, right? That, oh, you should get enough sleep. Oh, if you don't get enough sleep, then it's gonna ruin your day. I mean, the research suggests the same thing, right? How much you sleep is crucial for how well your day is gonna be. Everyone should get at least 8 hours of sleep. That's been like the general consensus for a long time. Now research is starting to show that that's not really the case. Some people thrive on 5 hours, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. It depends a lot, right? And so it does the circadian rhythm as well. Some people work better in the evening and morning, but that's for a different video. Sleep is not as straightforward as one would expect. Studies show that 2 or more hours of screen time in the evening can seriously disrupt the melatonin surge that is needed to fall asleep. And melatonin, for those of you who don't know, makes you sleepier and helps promote sleep. So whenever you do go to bed, make sure that you try not to have any social media, any screens, at least 2 hours before bed. A habit that I've been picking up recently, which I'm very proud of, is reading. So right now I read a lot. And I can really recommend reading Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. You can do this at bedtime. I mean, that's the brilliant way to do it, right? Reading a book about sleep while you're supposed to be sleeping, or closing into sleep anyways. I have a link for it in the description below if you want to check it out on Amazon. And you might know Dr. Huberman. At least he's a scientist that talks a lot about how you should get sunlight into your eyes in the early morning as soon as you wake up.
Try and get outside, ideally within the first 5 minutes of waking, or maybe it's 15 minutes, but certainly within the first hour after waking. This is not some woo biology thing. This is grounded in the core of our physiology. There are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of quality peer-reviewed papers showing that light viewing early in the day is the most powerful stimulus for wakefulness throughout the day, and it has a powerful positive impact on your ability to fall and stay asleep at night.
In Norway, where I live, it's dark in the evening and it's dark in the morning. So I like using a wake-up light from Philips is what I use. The link for it in the description, but it's been great for me. And if you have the same issue, you should check it out and seriously try it. And then with exercise, it's proven that with just 20 minutes of exercise before studying or working can improve your concentration and help you focus your learning. Generally too, just taking a walk every single day, at least for me, helps a lot with clarity. I also saw something else from Huberman, which was, he explained that if you stare at one point, so right now I'm staring at you, right? But if you find one point to stare at and you don't diverge from that, you don't look anywhere else for 1 minute, just intensely stare at one place for 1 minute. You can blink, but just don't lose focus of that one thing. If you do that for 1 minute, then you will become way more focused in your other work as well. That's a quick tip to kind of do that little reset. Maybe that will help shorten the span from that 23 minutes to regain focus after a distraction part. And I hope this will help you become more productive.